name is Ahmed Nassari, and I'm a student at the University of Bahrain studying mechanical engineering. I've been acting since 3 years, and this is my first time ever directing, and I'm freaking out. Let's see how it goes, and I hope you enjoy the play. And I encourage everyone to join the ELC Drama Club if you have... It's okay. If you have an acting skill, and if you want to show it, please join us. Without further ado, let's start. Hey!
Hi, my name is Mohammed, and I was given the responsibility to prepare the poster for this play. And after lots of discussion with my team, we came to the conclusion that we'll prepare a poster that will be made up of pale blue, and we'll use this color because it conveys very calm environment, and even this play is very good, and I welcome you all. Thank you.
What a weight off my shoulders. And at least you'll admit that you guys were an Oscar. Better.
My name is Mohammed, and why do you keep on forgetting your lines? Okay, calm down. My name is Mohammed, and I am the part of the ELC! The ELC Theatre Club. And like all the semesters, this semester we're bringing an amazing play which is called The Marriage Proposal. And it's a funny play, and we have worked hard in this play, and we are really looking forward to make you laugh, entertain you as much as we can. As you know, it's just one play happening this semester, so we're working hard to make you entertain as much as we can, and inshallah you guys will be really happy with it.
Hello everybody, this is Fazila.
Can't hear you! Louder!
Okay. Hello everybody, this is Fazila Qamar from the...
Louder!
Hello everybody, this is Fazila Qamar from Electrical Engineering. From the College of Engineering. And I am Natalia in the marriage proposal. And it's going to be real fun, believe me. And acting for me is a very challenging experience because for 21 years I have been living as Fazila, and now for a few days you have to act like Natalia. So you see, it's a very challenging task. And I hope you like the play. Enjoy it.
I'm Malik Jahangir, part of the acting team of this play. This play is actually it's going to be very interesting and full of surprises, and you can expect a lot of things. And secondly, I would like to say that it's a brilliant experience overall. Acting has been one of my favorites, and I look forward for many new actors to join us soon, getting inspired from us, of course. So please enjoy the performance.
Okay. Do this, come on. Okay. Jumping jacks, let's go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 8, 7, 8, 15, 20, 5, 1.
Say that again.
Papa, tell him I won't give them up. I won't give them up. I won't give them up.
That's not how good neighbors behave, Mr. Stepan.
What are you shrieking about?
I have come to ask for...
He's dead. He's dead.
Whole months, not of practicing the play, but being constantly drained out of our energy levels through assignments, home assignments, quizzes, test ones, test twos, reports, presentations, midterms, and finals, and what not! Thank God my ears are short. Otherwise I would have been pulling them day in and day out. Calm down. Calm down. Let us all take a deep breath. Because today we are going to be filling in all of that drained out energy back into all of you. Through acting, humor, entertainment, music, and a few dance moves. So let me pose the most important question to all of you. Are you all ready? Let us do it once more with a louder noise so that it can be heard back in arts and business as well. Are you all ready? Let us all get it started with the interview show of the writer of A Marriage Proposal. Now, the writer, Mr. Anton Chekhov, was born on 29th of January 1860. Now, I'm saying this right, 1860. Now, he isn't the oldest man alive at the age of 155 years. Neither have I got my numbers wrong. So what's the case? Let us clarify it to the host of Brightening the Future to the Past, who is an
Awesome!
fabulous man,
Handsome!
handsome.
Say it loud.
I'm on the stage. Had it been a female, it would have been fine, but ladies and gentlemen, the host of Brightening the Future to the Past, Mr. Mohammed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Brightening the Future through the Past, where we are joined by legends of literature, through time travel, technology, and a bit of makeup. Today we have the honor of having with us the great writer, Mr. Anton Chekhov, the writer of the play, A Marriage Proposal. So let's give him a round of applause as he makes his way to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anton Chekhov. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Anton.
It is a great pleasure.
Well, to start off, tell us about your early life.
I was born in Russia, the third of 6 children.
Was there anything in your upbringing that influenced you to become a writer?
My mother, Yevgenia, she was a great storyteller. She would tell stories to us children every day, all day. I think she shaped my writing skills.
Well, in addition to being an author and a playwright, you're also a medical doctor. How did this unorthodox combination come about?
My father, he was declared bankrupt, and it was left to me to support the whole family.
That must have been a lot of pressure on you at such a young age.
Of course.
And is this how you started writing?
To support my family and to pay my registration fees, I would write every day short, humorous sketches about contemporary Russian life.
But you qualified as a physician at the age of 24.
Indeed I did, but I didn't make any money. I would treat the poor free of charge.
Did writing all those short sketches pave your way to a career in writing?
I earned a reputation as a satirical writer, and my work was published by Russia's leading publishers.
Well, being a writer usually comes with a backlash of comments from the critics. Was the case with you? If yes, how did this affect?
He said I should slow down a little, write less, concentrate on the literary quality.
And did his advice paid up, didn't it?
It did. I won the Pushkin Prize for my short story collection.
And when did you turn your writing towards the theatre?
Towards the theatre, when, let me see, I was maybe 27, 28. I was requested to write a play in 2 weeks.
2 weeks? You didn't take that long, did you?
I finished in 10 days. It was a great success. My drama, Ivanov, met with great critical acclaim.
Did you learn something valuable that you can share us and with all of our audience who are sitting around?
I made an observation which later came to be called Chekhov's gun. Don't look alarmed. I have no interest in weapons.
That's a big relief. Perhaps can you tell us more what you meant by your gun?
Chekhov's gun is a dramatic principle. It says, remove everything that is not relevant to the story.
Do you have an example for that?
Of course. Imagine, in chapter 1, there is a rifle hanging on the wall. By chapter 2 or chapter 3, it absolutely must go off. If it is not fired, Then don't have it hanging on the wall in the first place.
I'm sure that is going to be a very valuable principle for all the students who are sitting around, who aspire to be a legendary writer, just like Mr. Anton Chekhov. Time is running short, ladies and gentlemen, but one last question from Mr. Anton Chekhov. Mr. Anton Chekhov, what would you like to tell us about your play, A Marriage Proposal, that is being staged today?
Before I wrote the proposal, I used to think that comic drama was not literary enough. I myself called my drama wretched, boring, prastonarodny, how you say in English, vulgar. But it was a great success. And today, it is performed all over the world, not only in Russia, but like today, here at the University of Bahrain.
Thank you, Mr. Chekhov, for that. I'm sure that our distinguished guest has encouraged some of you to just take off your pen, run into your wild imaginations. Who knows, someone of you might turn out to be the next J.K. Rowling. Oh, Mr. Anton Chekhov, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, it's time for the part which you all have been anxiously waiting for. After all that very long wait, it's time for the play A Marriage Proposal.
We can have a lot of fun.
This is a surprise. How are you?
Thank you. And how are you?
So, my friend. Please, sit down. It isn't right to forget one's neighbor. But, tell me, why all these deeply clothes, red clothes and all? Are you on your way to some engagement?
No. I have no engagement except with you, Mr. Stepan.
Very deeply clothes, my good fella. This isn't New Year's. Bad joke.
You see, it's simply this that I have come to trouble you with a request. Of course, it's not for the first time that I'm turning to you for assistance. And you have always, I'm terribly nervous. Pardon me, I'll take a drink of water first.
He's come to borrow money. I won't give him any. But tell me, Lamov, what is it, dear?
You see, Sullivan,
Stepan.
what I mean to say,
Stepan.
I'm terribly nervous. As you will be so good as to see, what I mean to say, it's that I have come to ask for the hand.
Which one?
Natalia!
My dear fellow Ivan, I didn't quite hear it. Can you say that once again?
I have had the
My
honor.
dear fellow Ivan, I always wanted this to happen. I always wanted this to happen. You have been like my son my whole life. May God give you His blessings and His grace. I'm so happy. But why am I standing here like a bucket? I'm completely dumbfounded. I'll call Natalia.
Mr. Stepan, what do you think? May I hope for Natalia's acceptance?
Really? A fine boy like you, and you think she wouldn't accept it in a minute? Ha! Lovesick as a cat, and all that. Ha! Call Natalia! Natalia!
I'm cold. My whole body is trembling as if I'm going to appear in an examination. But the chief thing is to settle matters at first. I'm cold. Natalia is an excellent housekeeper. Not at all bad looking. Well educated. What more could I ask? My ears are roaring. I'm so excited. At first place, I'm 35. A critical age, you might say that. And on the second place, I must live a well-regulated life. I have a weak heart, continual palpitation, and always getting excited. I'm very sensitive, and my lips begin to tremble. And the pulse in my right temple throbs terribly. And the worst of all is the sleep. I hardly lie down and begin to doze off, when suddenly something in my left side begins to pull and tug, and something in my left shoulder begins to hammer, and in my head too. I jump up like a madman and then lie down again. But the moment I fall asleep, there's a terrible cramp in my side, and it's all night long.
It's you! But Papa said to go in there because there was a dealer at the door who had come to buy something. Good afternoon, Ivan.
Good day, my dear Natalia.
Oh, sorry about my apron and this old dress. We are working today. But why haven't you come to see us off now? You have not been here for such a long time. Sit down. Won't you have something to eat?
Thank you. I have just had lunch.
Oh, then smoke. There are the matches. Oh, it's so lovely today. And only yesterday it rained so hard that the fireman didn't do anything. Think about it. How many bricks have you cut? I was so anxious to have the whole field cut, and now I regret that I did it, because I'm afraid
simply this, that I have come to ask you. Of course, it will be a surprise, and indeed you'll be angry at first. How fearfully cold it is.
Well,
I'll try to be brief, my dear Natalia. As you know, since many years, since my childhood, my family has had the honor to know your family. And you know, my poor aunt and her husband had the greatest respect for your late mother and your father. And Lamovs and the Shubakovs have been on the most friendliest and the closest relationships with each other. And you know that my property adjoins your own. So it will be good to remember that my meadows touch your birthplace.
excuse my interrupting you. You say my meadows, but are they yours?
Yes, they belong to me.
What nonsense! The meadows belong to us, not to you.
No, they belong to us, my dear Natalia. Now,
Well, that is certainly news to me. How do they belong to you?
how? I'm speaking about the meadows that lie between your birchwood and my brick earth.
Exactly. They belong to us, not to you.
No, they belong to us.
Well, try to remember exactly, Ethan. How long have they been yours?
Long ago, as far back as I can remember, they have always belonged to us.
No, that isn't the truth. You will pardon my saying so.
It's just a matter of records, my dear Natalia. It is true that at once the title of the meadows was disputed, but now everyone knows that they belong to me. So there is no room for discussion. Be so good as to listen. My aunt's grandmother gave the meadows free from cost to your grandfather's peasants who worked there for about 40 years and baked bricks for my grandmother and lived there for like they were living on their own property. And later, however, when
There's not a single word of truth in that. My grandfather and my great-grandfather too knew that their estate reached back to the swamp. So the meadows belong to us. What further discussion can there be? I don't understand it. It's so most annoying.
I'll show you the papers.
No! Are you joking or trying to lead me into a discussion? Because I don't like it at all. We have owned this property for nearly 300 years, and now all at once we hear it doesn't belong to us. You will pardon me, Ivan, but I can't believe my ears. As far as the knowledge of meadows is concerned, they are worth very little. In all, they don't contain more than 5 acres, which makes them to cost about a few hundred rubles. Say 300. But the injustice of the thing is what affects me. Say what you will. I will not bear injustice.
Only listen to when I have finished. Please. The peasants of your respected father's grandfather worked on the land and baked bricks for my grandmother. My aunt's grandmother wished to do them a favor.
Grandfather! Grandmother! Aunt! I know nothing about them! All I know
Natalia. I don't need the medals. I'm only concerned with the principal. Accept them as a gift from me.
Accept them as a gift from you. But I can give them to you as a gift because they belong to me! This is very strange, Ivan. Until now, we have considered you a good neighbor, a good friend. Why, only last year, we lent you a threshing machine. So we could not thresh until November. But you treat us like this. You offer to give me my own land. Excuse me, but that's a very low trick, to speak frankly.
According to you, I'm a usurper? Then am I? I have never appropriated other people's property, and I shall accuse no one to accuse me of such a thing. The meadows are mine.
That's not the truth, they're mine!
Mine!
I'll prove it to you. I was on my way first into the meadows this afternoon!
What?
My reapers! My dogs will be there today, idiot!
And I'll chase them off.
If you dare!
The meadows are mine. You understand? Mine!
At first I was afraid, I was petrified, thinking I could never live without your and I learned how to get along, and now you're back. I should have changed that stupid lie. I should have made you leave your key. I know that just one second be back about me.
No! They belong to me.
No!
They belong to me.
What is going on here? What is he yelling about?
Papa! 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 Please tell this gentleman to whom does the meadows belong? To us or to him?
My dear fellow, the meadows belong to us.
Mr. Stepan, how do you make that out? You at least might be reasonable.
Of course.
The peasants of your grandfather worked on the land for my aunt's grandmother, and she put the meadows free from all cost. Later,
Permit me, my dear friend. You're forgetting that your grandmother's peasants never paid, because there was a lawsuit over the meadows, remember?
What?
You clearly are forgetting it. You haven't seen the map.
I'll prove to you.
You don't have to prove anything, my
I will.
My dear fellow, what are you shrieking about? You can't prove anything by yelling, you know. My dear friend, look, I don't intend to give up anything that is of my own, nor do I intend to take anything that is of yours. If it hadn't gone so far, I mean, I would give the meadows to the peasants myself. I certainly shall.
I can't believe this. By what right you can give away property that doesn't even belong to you?
Really? You must allow me decide what I have to do with my own land. I'm not accustomed, young man, to have a boy like you address me in that tone of voice. I, young man, am twice your age, and I request you to address me respectfully.
No, no. You think I'm a fool? You call my property yours and then expect me to stand next to you and talk to you like a human being. You're no good neighbor. That's not how neighbors behave. You are no better than
What is it?
Than brother. Yeah, that's
What is that he said? What did he say, sir?
Papa! Send the reapers into the meadows this minute!
What did you say?
The meadows belong to us, and I won't give them up. I won't give them up. I won't give them up.
I'll prove it in court that the meadows are mine.
You're just finding an excuse to go to the law. You're an intriguer. That's what you are. The whole Lamov family were insane. They were just looking for quarrels, the whole lot.
Kindly refrain from insulting my family. The entire race of Lamov has been honorable. And never has one been brought to trial for embezzlement as your dear uncle was.
Your entire Lamov family were insane.
Every one of them.
Everyone. And your aunt and your grandmother. She was a dipsomaniac, and your aunt Natalia, she ran off with it. And your father was a gambler, a glutton!
And your aunt was a gossiper.
Your mother,
My mother?
limped. Oh, my side pains. My heart is bursting. Oh, Lord in heavens. Water, 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 water.
Give you acid.
What do you have to say for yourself?
My heart is bursting. My heart is bursting. Water. And.
Oh my God, such a drama queen!
No way. And I'm blind. I'm blurred.
And you know
I'm
what?
blind.
Your father cheated at the elections!
My eyes are blurred. My eyes are blurred. I'm dying. I'm dying. Where's the door? Where's the door? Where's the hat? Where's the hat? Where's the hat? Where's the hat? Where's the door? Where's the door? Where's the door? Where's the hat? Here it is. Here it is. I see it. There's the hat. That's no. That's the door. That's the door.
Maniac!
No.
Such a drama queen. Off you go. Push.
Where's the door?
May you never darken my door
Where's the door?
again.
I'm blind. Don't call me.
Oh, bring your suit to court!
Sure
We
do.
will see!
Such a pain. You'd have to have some water in
Dad,
town.
yeah, some water please.
Such a maniac, retarded, loafer, scared monster. He's the first slice of the bread that everybody hates.
Such a good for nothing! And then they talk about being good neighbors.
And to think of that this fool comes to my house to ask you for the hand of, for your hand? Are you serious?
What?
That's what he was here for.
A proposal! For marriage!
That's why he was in evening clothes.
Why didn't you tell me that before?
He was wearing evening clothes, it was obvious.
Oh! A proposal! For me!
What is wrong with you?
Faster! Faster! Bring it back!
Bring who back? Okay,
What
Coming in a minute. It is such a struggle to be a father of a grown daughter. Oh my God. We've thrown him out. We almost killed him. And now you want him back? It's all your fault.
No! You!
It's terrible.
Brutal! You have not got any manners!
Manners.
You wouldn't have gone!
If I die, if I hang myself, I kill myself. Remember, you are the one to blame. It's not my fault. There he is. Talk to him.
I'm out. Terrible publication. My leg is lamed. My eyelids tremble.
And pardon us. We were angry. Ivan. You're sweating. I remember now. The medals belong to you.
We were wrong. The property isn't much worth to me. But the principal is worth a great deal.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I have proof that your father had with my grandmother, and she put the meadows free from all costs into the hands. And then,
Please. Please. Enough. Let's talk about something else. Sorry. I don't know how to begin. Oh, are you going hunting?
Yes. He's cock shooting soon after the harvest.
but, oh, have you heard of my dog, Hugo? You know him, Limps.
Oh, what a shame. How did that happen?
I don't know. Perhaps it's just a dislocation. Or maybe he was bitten by some other dog. The best dog I've ever had. To say nothing about his price. I just paid 125 rubles for him.
Oh, that was too much to pay, Ivan.
In my
Papa
opinion.
gave 85 rubles for his Oscar. And Oscar is 100 times better than your Hugo.
Oh, really? Oscar is better than Hugo. Oscar is better than Hugo. What an idea!
Of course he's better. It's true that Oscar is still young. He isn't full grown yet. But in the pack or on the leash with 2 or 3, there is no better dog than him. You know, even he's better.
My dear Natalia, it seems that you quite overlooked the fact that your dog has a short lower jaw.
Short.
And a dog with a short lower jaw can't hunt.
No. That's the first time I've ever heard that.
I assure you, he has a short lower jaw.
Have you measured it?
I have measured it. He's good at running though.
In the first place, our Oscar is purebred, a full-blooded pedigree. And as for your mongrel, no one could ever figure out his pedigree. He's old and ugly and skinny as an old hat.
Old certainly. But I would never take 5 of your Oscars for him. My Hugo is a dog. And your Oscar? There's something laughable about it. To discuss. And dogs like your Oscar can be found at any dog dealers by the dozens, a whole poundful.
You are very unusual today. First, our meadows belong to you, and then Oscar is worse than Hugo. You know what? I don't like it when a person doesn't mean what he really thinks. You know perfectly well that Oscar is 100 times better than your silly Hugo. What makes you keep on saying he's not?
You quite overlooked the fact that you either consider me a blind man or a fool. But admit it, your dog has a short lower jaw.
It isn't so!
Yes, a short lower jaw.
It's not so!
What makes you scream, my dear lady?
What makes you talk such nonsense? It's disgusting! It's high time that Hugo was short, and yet you compare him with Oscar.
Pardon me, but I can't carry on this argument any longer. My heart is bursting.
I have seen that the hunters who do the most talking knows least about hunting.
Madam! I beg your pardon. Be quiet.
I won't
Be quiet.
I won't be quiet until you admit that Oscar is better!
Well, it has begun again.
Say on your honor, which dog is better? Oscar?
Hugo. Mr. Stepan, please answer this question. Has your dog a short lower jaw? Yes or no?
Well, even if it's of that importance, how does that even matter? The dog is better in the whole country.
My dog is better. Say the truth. Now, say the truth. Say the truth.
Permit me, my dear friend. Your Hugo certainly has his own good points, but the thing about the dog is he's good strides, good strides and all, but it has two faults. One, he's old, and secondly, he's a little ugly.
Palpitation. Well, I say, let us just keep to the facts. Remember, in the Squires' meadows, my Hugo kept ear to ear with the Squires' dog, while your Oscar was working with the whip. Quite right. All the other dogs were on the fox's scent, where your dog found it necessary to bite a sheep.
I'm sensitive. Please don't. I request you to drop this argument. Everyone looks at a dog with strange blood, good body and ab. No. The thing is that everyone looks at a dog like that with a great envy, you know that, right? And even you are not free from that sin, intriga! I remember that distinctly.
I remember something too.
Hey, maybe something too. What do you remember?
Palpitation.
Palpitation.
Palpitation? What kind of hunter you are? You ought to stay in the kitchen by the stove and wrestle with the potato peeling.
Yeah, what kind of hunter are you?
And not go fox hunting.
What kind of hunter are you? A hunter like you just sits at home and even if you don't sit at home, you go around riding and look for the dogs of other people and get jealous and causes pain for others, disturbance. That's what you are. That's what you do. I'm sensitive.
You're only right. You're only right, Brown, to flirt with the Squires.
Be quiet,
Swindler.
Be quiet, baby. It's fine. Lobster.
All right, donkey. Oh, I know you.
That's what I said.
Everyone knows that. Palpitation. That your late wife beat you. Oh, my heart! It has bursted! My heart is bursted! Where's my shoulder? Where's my shoulder?
You have to go with your trouser and pants.
Here, there. Where's the shoulder?
Nice social hunter you are.
I'm dying.
You can't even see the horse.
You're sure?
You can't even sit on a
Let me know when the drama is over.
horse. Horse? Horse?
He's dead! Don't dare! Benim ya.
He's dead.
So did you all enjoy that? Let us acknowledge all those who contributed towards making this a success. Our graphic designer, Mohammad Hamza, photography. Photography, Mohammad Tahir. Videography, Shoaib Ahmed. And lights, Mohammed Ali. Now the next one is a bit long, so let's just hold the applauses till everyone is introduced. Stage props, costumes and makeup, Shumul, Fatma, Amiruddin, Yakub Karuni, Kainat, Arshad, Bin Zain. Prompter, Abdullah Tariq. And now, the actors. Let's once again all the applauses to everyone comes on the stage. Starting with our host interviewer, Mohammed Aftab. Mr. Anton Chekhov. Stepanovitch. Mohammad Talha. Lamov. Malik Jahangir. Natalia, Fazila, Qamar. Special one. UOB's very own, the director of the play, Ahmed Nassari. And myself, Mudassir, Ismail. More thing. This could not have been possible without the support and infinite encouragement of the Director of English Language Center, Dr. Abdulaziz Boulayla. And Dr. Saragovius. And finally, all of you. And that's all, folks. All the best for you. your semester.